Hello guys, welcome back. First video in almost 2 years. We're here again. This time it's not video games, it's not Minecraft, it's not anything like that. It's professional wrestling. It's WWE, something I've gotten very excited about in the past year or so. And this time it's Money in the Bank. That's what we're starting with. 2019 Money in the Bank. Which I thought it was actually a pretty good pay-per-view, except for the end. That was annoying. Spoilers, by the way, throughout this video, obviously. Um, it was an exciting show. I enjoyed it. Mostly. We had some good things. Obviously, a lot of excitement. We had starting with the kickoff. We had a bunch of interviews, promos, whatever you want to call them. Becky Lynch. We started off talking about, oh, I'm Becky 2 belts. I'm gonna retain both of my titles. Had them both on her shoulders. You can see it in the picture there. Lacey Evans talking about she's gonna take out the nasties. And yeah, Kevin Owens was the next one to do promo. He was like, oh, Kofi Kingston can't retain his title because he needs his New Day brethren to keep him on top. So that was kind of the whole point of that. Nikki Cross talking about how she was gonna be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Zelina Vega and Sonya Deville. This was interesting because here's the thing. Sonya Deville came out. This could lead to a potential feud, in my opinion, within the future. Sonya Deville was talking about how Mandy Rose, her tag team partner, was going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match, and she said it. And then Zelina Vega came out. She's like, oh, no, she's not. It's no one cares about your tag team partner or whatever. It's all about Andrade. Talking all about that and stuff. Mandy shoots back with the leg. Oh, you're not even in the women's division. What are you talking about? And they're going back and forth. Things get personal. So they throw it over to the commentators. And they go to the pre-show, the kickoff match, a tag team match, non-title tag team match between the Usos and the Planet's tag team, the Planet's champions. It was an interesting match. I wish it was on the main card. It was interesting. Usos come out obviously before the match, but on their way to the ring, they're talking about how the Planet's tag team is they're SpongeBob and Patrick is what they're like and all that. They beat them down. They almost come back. The Usos almost do, but then there was possibly my favorite part of the match, a huge double superplex from Rowan off the top of the turnbuckle, top rope, which was interesting. So they kind of keep it in there. There's a label lock at one point, almost taps Jay out, Jay Uso. And then they kind of fend Brian off enough that they can go after Rowan, and keep him kind of away at ringside. Then they go both up to the top rope, double splash, 1, 2, 3. Here's your winners, the Usos. It was a good match. I liked it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I wish it was on the main card, though. That's the one thing. Then we got a little intro thing. This is the main show then started. We got a little intro thing. That was cool, I guess. And then we got the first match straight into it. The Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We had it. It was the first match of the main card. Naomi, Nikki, Natalya, Dana Brooke, Ember Moon, Bayley, Carmella, and Mandy Rose, which, if you're not counting, 8 superstars, just like normal. So, obviously, battling over the Money in the Bank briefcase. Winner gets contract they can cash in anytime over the next year for a championship opportunity, anytime they want. Cross, actually, was very good in this match. I thought she was one of the people who might win, along with Bayley. Or Mandy Rose. Really, any of those three is who I thought. But, she actually ended Brooks. She took Dana Brooke out for a little bit. She did very well for what I thought she was gonna do. She really capitalized on that moment, so it was good. Then Carmella ended up basically, it looked like she was going to have a knee injury or something like that. I legit thought she actually had a knee injury. She didn't. It was all kayfabe, but and then they're back in there. They're all taking nasty bumps. There was a couple of things with ladders and stuff. Naomi did one of her signature split-legged moonsaults. And almost got the briefcase, literally reaching up for it when Nikki Cross Number Moon pulled her down. Dana Brooke then almost got it, and I was like, whoa, if she wins this, that's going to be huge. But Mandy Rose got her. Which, actually, Mandy Rose stopped her, and so Dana Brooke was swinging from the top of it. She was, like, hanging from it. Remember Moon hit an eclipse from the top rope on Natalia. That was really cool. Rose went up the ladder, and Carmella came back and attacked her. And that's when we knew, oh, Carmella's not really injured, obviously. So yeah, and then Sonya Deville basically took Carmella out, put Mandy Rose on her back, and carried her up the ladder. Like, I'm gonna say this, I don't like that because in a way because it's kind of dumb that she's gonna do that, but like it's heelish. But at the same time, that's really teamwork. Like that is good teamwork. Bailey though, who runs up, she just climbs up the ladder super fast and just stares her down. She's just all of a sudden she's like, I was like, oh my goodness. Shoves them off. Boom, unhooked. She has the briefcase. And she celebrates. So, yeah, very, very interesting win. I thought it was a good match. I thought Bayley should have won, in my opinion, so I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. And I thought it was a good match. Then we had a little thing with Sami Zayn. He came into Triple H's office. He's like, Braun's going to attack me. Braun Strowman is going to attack me, and he's going to try and take me out of the match tonight so you can have a spot back, whatever. Triple H basically tells him, you're not going to be in the match if you don't leave my office. Like, he just leaves, and that's kind of the end of that. And that kind of starts a whole story throughout the night. But we get on to our next match. United States Championship match between Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, basically, if you don't remember, he beat Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania in 69 seconds. What? I mean, I like Samoa Joe more than Rey Mysterio, so sorry. Don't hate me, please, but that's just my opinion. He obviously, as you know, it's been the whole storyline. Samoa Joe is gonna attack Rey Mysterio's son. His son is gonna turn heel on him, or something like that. We knew we were gonna see something from Rey Mysterio's son. We knew we were gonna see something from Dominic, which we didn't. we really thought, but we didn't really see anything. Joe's trying to get the Coquina clutch in at the beginning. The interesting thing is the match was very short, and most people believe it's because he started bleeding. Rey Mysterio did a seated senton, I think it was, and it probably broke Samoa Joe's nose. And so, like, there's blood all over the place, and obviously they're PG, so they were probably like, yeah, we need to end this now. That's probably what happened, because we can't show all this blood on a PG thing, or it won't be PG. So, basically, Rey Mysterio then won immediately, basically. But then for some reason, the cameras kept showing Samoa Joe, even though he was bleeding. I don't know why they did that. Anyways, so Rey Mysterio is shocked. He's celebrating. He's like, oh my goodness, I just won this. Oh my goodness, I'm a Grand Slam champion. Yes. And boom! Out of nowhere, Samoa Joe's like, you know what? I might have a broken freaking nose, but I don't care. I'm attack you, boy. And just starts attacking Rey Mysterio. lays him out. Um, Dominic is just like watching on the side of the ring. He comes out to celebrate, but then Samoa Joe's doing this, and obviously afterwards he goes over and helps his father out, and obviously, yeah. In a way, it kind of works because it's retribution for what happened at WrestleMania, but I want to see like an actual match between these two, not 60-second matches like we've been seeing so far. That's boring. So hopefully they'll do that, and hopefully Joe will win the title back, because I would much rather see Samoa Joe with the United States Championship than Rey Mysterio. Our next match on the card, just a second, but first, Braun Strowman, we see him, even though Triple H said he was banned from the building, he shows up. Braun Strowman's walking through, throwing things, taking up, like, backstage men, cameramen stuff, and, like holding them up on the side of the wall by their throat. He's like, "Where's Sami Zayn?" And they're like, I don't know. It just basically shows, oh, Braun Strowman's here, even though he's banned from the building. So, yeah. And that continues that story. But then we move to our next match. A match that, in my opinion, was really lackluster for what I was hoping for. Steel cage match between The Miz and Shane O'Mac. The best in the world! Shane! Mac and cheese! Basically, personal rivalry continues. Steel cage match. Solid steel. We thought we were going to see Shane McMahon coast to coast from across the cage. That did not happen. I'm surprised, honestly. The reason it felt so lackluster, I think, is because Shane McMahon, every time he's in a match with a stipulation like this, it's so that he can do something crazy. This man wants his kids to see him die. He is a legit crazy man. We've seen him jump off of stages. We've seen him jump off of other cages before. We've seen him jump through a table from 20 feet in the air. We've seen him smack a guy with a kendo stick like 25 feet in the air. Like, we've seen all this crazy stuff from him. He's basically just the I'm going to do this until I kill myself guy. And so I thought we were going to see something from the top of the cage. But no, he didn't. Shane McMahon, once again, trying to escape The Miz, basically the entire match. And Miz had tried for a figure four, didn't work though. Shane McMahon almost escaped, but The Miz dragged him back in. But when he dragged him back in, he dragged a steel chair back in with him. He had grabbed a steel chair, and so he brought it into the ring. But The Miz ended up getting it, and boom, chair shots on the back of Shane McMahon, basically taking out months of frustration on him. Miz obviously still mad over what Shane McMahon did to his father. We had a skull-crushing finale onto the chair, and here's what's mad. We got a skull-crushing finale onto the steel chair, but then guess what happened? Shane McMahon put his foot on the rope at a 2 count, which should not be a stoppage during what's it called, steel cage match. There's no disqualification, so it should be allowed. It shouldn't matter. But for some reason, the ref made him do it, which was really dumb. Even though he made Miz stop. Or no, he made Miz stop, but then when Shane McMahon was doing it earlier, he didn't make him stop. So I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, I don't know. Basically, we had some slashes. We had more stuff. McMahon put him in a triangle. Almost got him, but he didn't. The Miz, they're on top of the cage now at this point. I'm like, finally, we get something crazy from up here. He's about to do a superplex, but he's trying to get him in a superplex position to get him back in the cage because he's on the other side trying to climb down. He's trying to get him back in with a superplex. But Shane McMahon somehow slips out of his shirt and falls to the floor, which gives him another victory, another dumb fluke thing. Annoying. I don't want to see it. I don't care. So yeah. Next thing we saw, Sami Zayn was hanged, probably by Braun Strowman. That's interesting. They're getting the cameraman out. He's hanging by his feet. that was interesting. I really don't know what to expect. I'm sure it'll turn into a feud. They'll probably make it a match with Saudi Arabia in a couple weeks. But yeah, next thing we saw for the first time in forever, and they deserve it too. The Cruiserweight Championship 205 Live was finally on the main card for once. Tony Nese defending his championship against Arya Davari. Um, we saw some good matches. Davari started to get some near falls. Everyone was wondering if we were going to see a new champion, or the people on the commentary team at least. Nese, though, 450 splash, boom. He almost got his the victory there. At one point, he dragged his eye. Tony Nese's eye was dragged across the rope. That must hurt. And then, yeah, we saw some other things. We saw some other moves, some other near falls. And then Nese, boom, running knee all of a sudden. 1, 2, 3, and he has the victory. So he, of course, retains the title tonight. I wanted him to. It's good. That's good in my opinion. I wanted to see Tony Nese retain. So interesting, and I do like that. The last little bit of this story, it was wrapped up here, at least for the night. It was wrapped up here. Basically, Triple H talks to Braun Strowman. He's like, dude, I know you hanged Sami Zayn from his feet. He's in the hospital now. We're treating him. You need to leave. You're not getting a spot. You need to leave. And he's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I didn't do anything. I've been looking for him this whole time. So that raises the question, is he just lying or is he actually, like, being serious? Did someone else do it? Like, because that could be very interesting if it was someone else. Say it was, like, someone else in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And they were just going to make it look like it was Braun Strowman. That would be interesting. That's what I want to see. Next match was the Raw Women's Championship match. Becky Lynch taking on Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans. Okay, it was very interesting because we saw Lacey Evans starting to really bring the fight at first. She was doing stuff. She came out with the guns, spreading money. She was shooting money out of some guns or something like that. I don't know. It was with her face on it. Then the man starts to beat her down, keeps it going. Ends up obviously Lacey Evans at one point takes a handkerchief out. Kind of washes her mouth off, throws it. Get rid of the nasties. And then, yeah. But she wasted too much time. She got a drop kick. Lynch had her left arm injured. She got it hurt. Not injured, but like that was what Lacey was focusing on throughout the match. And then, here's the thing. Lacey Evans, here's what I don't understand. She had her on the rope, but or in the count, 1, 2, 3. But she was pinning her. But the referee, he had his view obstructed or something. He couldn't see. So he was trying to look at it. So he turns around to the other side, he runs over to the other side to make sure that she's on both shoulders on the mat. And by then it probably would have been a 3 or a 4 count. So she should have won right there, but it was too late. Becky Lynch transfers into the disarmor, and she immediately taps out. Becky Lynch defeats Lacey Evans in that match. And she's like, oh, that's it, we're done. I'm going to be able to go back now. No. Here comes a great heel tactic from her. Charlotte Flair just smiling as she comes out. Just ready to, so she's like, nope, it's going to be right now. And so she goes, okay. And she wants to, it's her ego. That's why she agreed to the match right then and there. But, it was a good heel move. So, yeah. The man fights back. We really thought we were going to see her win. But then a woman's right. Woman's right. As an interference. But the referee couldn't see. So Becky Lynch, is they're suffering from the woman's right. and she doesn't know. Woman's right again. Hit her. She hit her twice, I think, with the woman's right. I'm not sure. So Flair comes back in. Boom. Hard right boot. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte Flair is now a 10-time women's champion. Has the most women's championships of anyone in the history. After the match, Lynch goes immediately after Lacey Evans. They start fighting, but then, of course, Charlotte Flair helps Lacey Evans out. They start beating her down, and they're kind of losing it. But then, boom, Bayley comes out, helping Becky Lynch, even the odds, and then Bayley's like, wait a second. I have the Money in the Bank briefcase. I just won this earlier today. I could cash it. I could cash it in, become champion right now. Fans are all going crazy. Oh yes, 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 yes. Charlotte Flair is prone. She's basically knocked out almost at this point. So Bayley's like, you know what? I'm gonna cash it in. And so they're all excited. They all want to see it, and so she agrees. She basically goes up to the top, hits an elbow drop. 1, 2, 3. Bayley is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Goodness, she celebrates with the fans for like 5 whole minutes. Everybody's all excited. Everybody like yeah. So basically, she won the briefcase just like last year with Alexa Bliss. She won the briefcase and then cashed in the same night to win the championship. So that's exciting because I really like Bayley, so I'm excited to see her as like a actual main eventer because out of the 3 championships she's ever had, 2 of them were this year, and the other one was 2017. So for a while, it really seemed like they were downplaying her, but now first ever tag team champs for the women's, and now SmackDown Women's Championship. So hopefully they'll really build her up. They seem serious about it, so hopefully they do that. Roman Reigns versus Elias is up next, but of course not without a little bit of interference from Elias. Obviously, he's going to do something. He sneaks up behind Roman Reigns backstage as he's going out for the match. Boom, with the guitar, and then he, on the back. And then he goes out to, the ring. He demands a stool to be put in there so he can sit down, and he gets an electric guitar, which is interesting, because he's the acoustic guy. So electric guitar is very interesting for him, but he gets an electric guitar and starts doing a little concert. For once he gets through his entire song. Very surprising. No one interrupted him. That always happens. So I don't know. It's very interesting. Maybe Shane McMahon made sure no one interrupted him. Very interesting. And then he goes back. He teases. He comes out one more time. He does his power pose. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, this is his fist up in the air. Power pose. And then he walks away. And then Roman Reigns music hits. He's like, nope, no way. And runs out. Superman punch. Basically brings him all the way back into the ring. He's like, ring the bell, ring the bell. They ring the bell, 9-second match. He rings the bell. Ooh, wah. Spear, 1, 2, 3. There's the win. Literally a 9-second match. So that was kind of annoying. That was kind of boring. I mean, it's 9 seconds long. We gotta make Roman look strong, guys. But, I mean, it's annoying. Then we had the Universal Championship match between AJ Styles being the challenger, and of course the man with the Universal Championship, Seth freaking Rollins. Monday Night Rollins, as you could call him now. So yeah, this was a very interesting match. It was a long match, but they deserved a long match, and I think it was exciting. Roll-ups, 2 counts, everything, suicide dives. We saw literally the craziest Styles clash ever since he joined the WWE. I think what's it called? on the. He tried to go for one on the apron, but I don't think he got it. And he went for one again. Seth Rollins was about to hit the curb stomp, but then he dodged, grabbed him, boom, Styles Clash. I was like, woo! Yeah, it was a good thing. And that was one of the most exciting parts of the match. He then obviously went for the pin. It was 1, 2, and then, right there. Literally right there. Then we saw the Revolution knee from Styles. We saw a super kick. We saw a stomp. We saw the pin. And we saw the win. Seth Rollins retains his championship. And then, of course, afterwards, AJ Styles comes up. He's like, you know what? This is hard for me. But I'm going to shake your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. They shake hands. There's respect. He walks away, and Seth Rollins continues to celebrate. Then we had the New Day. Came out, did a little promo about how Kofi Kingston was going to win his match. Lucha House Party comes out for an unadvertised 6-man tag team match. Oh, why did they say nothing about this until right now? That's why I was confused about it. They literally said nothing about it. And all of a sudden, I'm like, 6-man tag team match. I'm like, what the heck? Obviously, we knew it wasn't going to be an actual thing, because guess who comes out? Lars Sullivan comes out. He's like, hey, who wants to fight me, okay? Who wants to fight me? Someone comes out, he takes him, boom, running power slam. Another one tries to do a suicide dive, but he catches him in midair, boom, another running power slam. Kalisto then he got in the ring, Kalisto started to punch him in the face. Basically cut him open, and made him get even more mad. He just unleashed on him, just took him out. He's just lays on the ground, and then Lars Sullivan, there he is. Ooh, I'm the man. No one mess with me, because you can't mess with me. Then we had the WWE Championship match, semi-main event. Kofi Kingston defending his championship against Kevin Owens. Kofi Kingston, obviously pissed off about all this, just goes after him immediately. Attacks him. They thought he trusted Kevin Owens, and then he betrayed him because he wanted the championship. They go through a good long match as well. There's a super kick, some nasty bumps. Kofi Kingston was thrown over the top rope, and he actually hit a cameraman, which was interesting. He hit the camera, I think, and then knocked the guy down. There was some more stuff outside. He puts him in the Boston Crab a couple times to, really go on his back, to, really go after that. That was part of the thing. He tried to go for a pop-up powerbomb, but it was countered with the SOS, and he almost won there. Again, another Boston Crab. Some more things there. And then after a lot more fighting, Owens got the senton. Kingston put the knees up. Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. Kofi Kingston beats Kevin Owens and retains the WWE Championship. It was a good match. It was a good thing. People already are bored of this fairy tale dream, the 11-year journey it took Kofi Kingston to finally get the WWE Championship. And now everybody got bored of it really quickly, and they're like, oh, Kevin Owens, I want him to win. And I'm like, what? No. I don't know how there is I still want to see Kofi with the championship. I want to see what he can do. He's been one of the best champions in a long time, so that was interesting. Then we had the main event, the last match of the night. And arguably the most disappointing match of the night, just because of the finish. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, the men taking it now for a shot at a championship opportunity over the next year. Sami Zayn, of course, as we said, was taken out by someone earlier in the night. So that left Ricochet, Baron Corbin, Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, Andrade, Randy Orton, and Ali in the match. The action was crazy. It was a great match. Michael Cole was going crazy with this. Oh my gosh! He just flipped him off the stinking thing. What the heck is wrong with these people? He was going crazy throughout the match, and it was getting actually really annoying We saw side suplexes from Orton onto the table. We saw some of course, a bunch of ladders. Randy Orton almost got the briefcase right at the beginning, but everybody, Ricochet and Ali going after each other. That was very interesting. Orton went after Corbin. He almost went for the RKO, but then boom, Claymore kick from Drew McIntyre. We saw some great things. El Idolo set up a bridge. He set like a ladder up between the middle rope and the ladder in the middle of the ring. And he climbed up the other side of the ladder and he went. But then Finn Balor, went up the other side. This was the best part of the match, for sure. Maybe the best part of the night. Andrade, sunset flip powerbomb off the ladder, through the other ladder. Finn Balor bounced off the ladder like 3 feet in the air, so like 2 or 3 feet in the air. Ridiculous. Obviously, basically taken out at that point. A lot more happened. There was some choke slams, an RKO. McIntyre went up. Again, Orton RKO'd him. Corbin was gonna go up, but then Ali went up and stopped him, and then he was about to grab the briefcase when Brock Lesnar. I hate this man. Everybody hates this man. He comes out, just runs down, throws a ladder, like turns the ladder over since it's in his way, and it hits a couple cameramen. But the cameraman getting hurt tonight. He just runs in there, just basically makes the ladder fall down. Ali falls off. He sets it back up, goes up, gets the briefcase, and here is Mr. Money in the Bank, Brock Lesnar. What? No. You're kidding me. It's ridiculous. I don't know. It was annoying. It was a good show, and then the end just ruined it. And this is the picture we saw when the show ended. And it was annoying. It was annoying. I don't know what we're going to see from Brock Lesnar or when we're going to see him cash in, but I really hope he doesn't go after Universal Champion Seth Rollins. I really hope he fails either way, because I don't want to see him as champion. I know he retired from UFC recently. He retired from MMA. So maybe full-time he'll go after the he'll stay full-time, maybe do some more stuff now, but I don't want to see him. He's been ruined for everyone, so I don't want to see him. Anyways, that was the end. That was Money in the Bank. It was an interesting pay-per-view, but it was a good one in my opinion, most of it. I really enjoyed it. Pay-per-view overall, I would give it a C+, B-, maybe. It was B-. It was a good pay-per-view. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was good. I hope you guys did as well, because I'm sure everyone who was watching it was skipping the Game of Thrones finale for it, and I know how hard it was for everyone to choose between those two, because on one hand, you got Money in the Bank, and this could be a better pay-per-view of the year like it usually is, but then on the other hand, Game of Thrones, man. Finale, series finale, the last episode. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my review of Money in the Bank. I'll be back here tomorrow, probably, for my review of Monday Night Raw. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I don't know. I don't have an update schedule, so I don't know. We'll see. But that's Money in the Bank. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys sometime in the future. Who knows? Maybe it will be 3 more years or 2 more years, but I'll see you guys in the future. Goodbye.